And winter solstice is, in the northern hemisphere, the shortest day of the year, the longest night of the year. And so there's a lot of ways to look at the winter solstice. You can look at it as a time to reflect, because it's dark and darkness encourages us to go in and reflect. Or you can consider it a time to celebrate that the days are getting longer, at least here in the northern hemisphere. Or a lot of people actually use this time to prepare for the new year. And by doing that, they use this time as a time to really set their intentions. And that's a whole process in itself. So whatever way you think of the winter solstice, just use this practice to really reflect on the past year, to embrace the darkness as well as the light, and maybe find a way that you can move forward. So this is a winter solstice meditation, and I am, with permission, borrowing it from Amelia and DeLeon, and she is from Spiritually Fit Yoga. So find any comfortable seated position. Take a minute. Take a minute to really ground yourself. And make sure your room is as quiet as possible. You don't have to have all these lights that I have on. In fact, this is a lovely thing to do in an evening, maybe by candlelight. Be very intentional in creating this time and space with a purpose and a loving kindness. This is an important step to signaling to your body and brain that you are ready to meditate and receive the benefits from it. So if you have a lot going on in your life swirling around, just acknowledge it. And a lot of people find focusing on the breath for a minute can be very grounding. Other people actually focus on body parts touching the ground. A third way to get very present is to look around your room for a minute and orient yourself. So these are all things that might work for you in getting very present before we start this practice. Take 5 slow, deep breaths. You are welcome to keep your eyes closed or just have them down-gazed, whichever feels comfortable. If placing your hands either on your heart or your belly are helpful, go ahead. Now blink your eyes open and closed a few times, noticing the contrast between the darkness and the light, the bright and the dim. Observe without judgment and breathe. Now keep your eyes closed if that's comfortable for you, and see if you can notice bright and dim spots with your eyes closed in your mind's eye or your third eye. Again, observe with curiosity. No criticism, no judgment. Breathe. Welcome the darkness of the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year in the northern hemisphere. Observe any thoughts about this time of year. Again, no criticism, no judgment, just breathe. Shift your focus to within. Notice what sensations are present at this moment. Shifting away from the bright, shiny objects outside of ourselves that are always drawing our attention, the external distractions and influences. Move towards the darkness, allowing time to see yourself, notice yourself, and allow this opportunity to listen to the whispers and the messages arising in this space. Breathe. Ask yourself, or you could even ask your heart, what do you want me to pay attention to right now? See if your heart will speak to you instead of our chattering of our brains. Listen and breathe. Take 5 more slow, deep breaths. And while you're breathing, scan the body, noticing any areas of tension. And where these areas of tension are, can you send your love, attention, and breath to that body part? And tell yourself, it's okay to relax. I give you permission to let go. Take your time. Breathe. Observe and notice. How do you feel? What's present at this moment? And ask yourself the following question. Is there a pattern or a habit or a cause of suffering that I am ready to let go of now? Listen and breathe. Create your affirmation. I let go of whatever it is. Repeat this out loud or silently 3 times. Whisper it 3 times. And breathe. Are you able to observe and notice an experience of letting go? You could say this affirmation: I release what no longer serves me. I release it into the darkness of the winter solstice. I release what no longer serves me. I release it into the darkness of this winter solstice. I create space for ease and welcome freedom from suffering. I create space for ease and welcome freedom from suffering. So if you're doing this at another time other than with my live practice, you could spend a lot more time here. We're going to come out of this now by placing our hands on the heart and taking 5 slow, deep breaths, pressing love, warmth, and compassion into your whole being. And acknowledge and thank yourself for giving yourself this time and space to release what no longer serves you.